Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Moeli and this is my journey to becoming a physician's assistant. Today will be a video about my journey to where I am at today. So I'm gonna start in like 2014, 2015 when I was a senior in high school. For like 10 years, I always thought that I was gonna be a pediatrician. But when I was a senior in high school, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to 2-year school, do 2 years there, get my associate's degree, bounce, transfer to a 4-year school, get my bachelor's degree, bounce, go to a medical school because like I said, I wanted to be a pediatrician. I'm gonna go to medical school, do 4 years there. By the time I get there though, I'm gonna be 21. Guess what? I'm past 21 right now. So obviously that did not happen. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna finish those 4 years. I'll be 25 by the time I'm done with medical school. Then I'll do my residency, however long it takes to do a residency. It takes like 3 years to do a residency to become a pediatrician, I found out. I would have been like 28 by the time I got done with my residency. Luckily, residencies, you get paid for it. So I would have been like, already getting some money. Cool, bam. I would have like, really been on my A game by the time I was 30. That was supposed to be the plan. But life hit me quickly and I went through a lot. And you might be wondering, why did you want to be a pediatrician in the first place? Like, there's so many other jobs that's in the medical field. Well, that's because I didn't know that, and I knew that doctors made more money than nurses, and I did not want to be a nurse. As I got older, as I started to, research stuff, I was just like, a doctor. A doctor it is, that's going to be easy, boom. And I wanted to be a doctor anyways because I saw my niece be born back in 2007. So by the time I found out about physician assistant, it had been like 10 years since I said I wanted to be a pediatrician. Let's fast forward though, or go back to summer 2015. I already graduated. I was already accepted to the biology program at MCC. And they told me, you have to take a placement test. And I'm like, I bet. Didn't think anything serious of it. Just knew I had to do a writing portion, a reading portion, a math portion. I told my grandma I was only going to do one of them today, so it was only going to take like an hour. I had my grandma waiting in the car for like 2 hours, and it was hot. I didn't take the placement test serious because nobody told me to take the placement test serious. So guess what? I didn't do good on it. So instead of being in the biology program, they were like, yeah, you're in liberal arts general studies now because I did that bad on the placement test. So I was just like, wow. I get to MCC and I'm basically taking prereqs to my prereqs, basically taking middle school and high school type classes. And I'm just like, wow. Like my entire first year at MCC, 2015 to 2016 school year, I was taking classes I basically already took. Did I do good in them? Obviously, because I've already taken those classes before. And they were just like easy classes. I went through that year with flying colors, had a great year. I go into fall 2016 thinking like, oh, this is the year I got to start looking at colleges again. I'll be out of here. I'll be graduating. I was wrong. I finally started to take like, English 101, still not taking any like actual like science classes really. Like I'm taking introduction to biology, an introduction to chemistry, an introduction to psychology classes. Basically, I was wrong, and because I was wrong, I did not get accepted to UB for the first time or any other college that I applied to. So, that was whack. Spring 2017 was worse. I had failed my first class ever, not just in college, ever. I've never failed a class in my life until spring 2015. That's when I was taking college algebra. I did horrible. I failed for the first time ever in my life, and I was in college, and so that's money. That thank God I was at a community college, but still that's money. So my GPA went down really low. I don't know how low because I did not know the things that I know now. Like I didn't know I could actually check my degree audit and actually check and see how my grades were and GPAs were previous semesters. I didn't know that because I had a sucky advisor. Did not ever ask me to come in and see how I'm doing with my classes and all that good stuff. I just had a really sucky advisor. The teachers weren't that great. They may have been great for other students, but they weren't that great for me. Summer 2017, I ended up getting a job and I was just like, cool. But I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just take like a few classes just to make sure that I'm like a full-time student. at MCC, but I'm not gonna be on campus. I ended up taking college algebra again, failed it again. So I was just like, you know what? It can't be me. It has to be these teachers. What the heck is going on? I don't know, cause like I know I'm not dumb. Like I'm not dumb. Like I'm a good student. I don't know. MCC just wasn't it for me. I ended up stopped going to classes, or I only go to work, or I would go to this one class because I knew my mom had to pick me up from school because it was an evening class, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just go to that class and be done with it that way. So my mom basically wouldn't know that I was not going to my classes. But she will now once she sees this video. Ooh. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it 100, y'all, cause all that's in the past now, and I already got my associate's degree. So, boom. Let's fast forward to November of 2017. I was talking to my cousin, and she is the one that introduced me to the profession of physician's assistant. When she told me that, I was like, hold up, there's other like fields in the medical world that like I could get into, that where I don't have to go to school for as long, because the way things are looking right now, I'm gonna be in school forever and ever and ever, and I'm gonna have so much debt of student loans, and how the heck am I gonna pay for all that stuff? It don't matter what specialty of physician assistant I am, they all make more than $80,000 a year. That's all I need. That's all I need. So I was like, oh, I'm not going to be a pediatrician anymore. I'm going to be a physician assistant. When I had applied to UB and I think a couple other schools again, I didn't get accepted to those schools either. So that was my second time not getting accepted into UB. I was sad. By like January, February of 2018, I actually did have a breakdown. Like I was doubting myself. I was just not feeling myself. I wasn't feeling good about myself. And I remember a few nights I cried myself to sleep at night because I was just like, nothing's going my way, basically. Like, this is not what I envisioned myself 2 years ago. Like, I thought I would be at a 4-year school right now. Like, this ain't it. I ended up working most of 2018 at Walmart still, and I was just like, you know what, I don't want to be working at Walmart for the rest of my life. Like, that's not it. I just need money, but I do need to go back to school because that is the ultimate goal. I applied to GCC because my cousin went from MCC to GCC, and I'm like, she seems to be doing fine there, so why not go there? I apply to GCC, I get accepted to GCC, I get my advisor. My advisor actually hits me up and says, you're gonna have to take the placement test, you're gonna have to take it seriously, especially the math portion. I did not get that when I took the placement test 3 years prior at MCC. So when I actually took this placement test seriously, guess what I got? I got way better grades, okay? They told me with my math portion, oh, you could go right into statistics. With my writing and reading portion, it was like, oh, straight into English 101. You're good. You're fine. Excellent. And I feel like everybody else just really don't be having good advisors. Like, if you have a good advisor, that makes a whole big difference. I was in the biology program there, doing good. I just wasn't applying myself, and so I didn't do as good as I know I could have if I did apply myself. And yes, it did hurt my GPA, but every semester my GPA went higher and higher and higher. I left there with my overall GPA being a 2.5, but because I had my semester that was amazing, I had a 3.58. I ended up being on a dean's list, but let's go back to 2019, spring 2019. It's the first day of classes, well, the first week, and basically my advisor tells me, like, I don't know why, but the reason why you're having some problems with financial aid is because of your math class is not being covered by your financial aid for some reason. I'm like, why would you put it in my schedule if, like, it's not gonna work out for me? She was like, you either pay that money out of pocket so you could take that class, or you switch your majors to general studies. And I was like, wow, I'm switching my major to general studies because I ain't got no money. I'm just like, what the heck? All right, so switched my major to general studies, yada yada. That's something my family actually did know about. I was like, that's stupid, but it's whatever. If I need this class, then I need it. I actually did end up needing that class though, because it was like an algebra 3 in trig, and at UB, like I've said in previous videos, that is concise of, well, it's just like the same thing as pre-calc, even though that's not the same thing as pre-calc at MCC or GCC. I don't know, they do stuff different in Buffalo apparently. I had to do that, but by then I was just like, all right, my GPA is going up higher because I applied myself. I actually have a really good teacher there. I have 2 really good teachers actually there at GCC, so if I ever need them for like recommendations, I know exactly the 2 teachers. Actually, I have 3 teachers there that I can actually go to for recommendations. And that's saying something, because I ain't going back to freaking MCC for no recommendations. Best believe that. I had good teachers there. They seen my work ethic before, and they've seen how I've been able to grow as a student. So if I ever need a recommendation, I know exactly where to go. But let's continue on to fall 2019. I get there, I'm like, oh, this is my last year. I'm taking easy classes both semesters, because I already knew what both of my semesters looked like in spring 2019. So I was just like, yep, that's that. We're gonna be good. Da 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 da. I ended up having horrible problems with my financial aid this time, and I ended up having work, like 4 weeks late work. But because my teachers were so nice and they were great teachers. Like, I don't know how the heck I passed French, because I still to this day can't really speak a French sentence to you. I don't know how I passed French with like an 84. My lowest grade that semester was like an 82 though. And my highest was like an A minus, because I think it was like a 91 I had. And like my math class, I think I had like an 85. And those were my 2, in my math and French class were my 2 classes I was behind for like 4 weeks on class work, homework, a whole bunch of work. I was behind, and I made it through, and I was very happy. If it wasn't for God, honestly, I don't know. Like, that was one thing that tried to like set me back from freaking graduating. Like, honestly, I had another breakdown in my dorm, because I was just like, I'm just trying to graduate. These people don't want to see a kid win, and da 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 da. But like I said, I had great teachers, and they helped me with everything, and they didn't let the past work that I did complete, they didn't let it like hinder me. So my last semester at GCC, I am there for 2 months before COVID hit. And I swear to you, if I did not have that chance to go to the library and get those books that I needed for these assignments that I needed, I would not have this past GPA of a 3.58. I tell you that, because that was very important that I had those books. But I did. So COVID was hard, and I honestly didn't think I was gonna do good this semester, but I did. And I ended up being on a freaking dean's list. Like I said earlier, I think I haven't been on a dean's list since I was in 8th grade. And so when I got that in the mail earlier this week, I was just like, wow, what the heck else is GCC sending me? Like, I already graduated. I already got my graduation package. I already got my alumni package. What else is there? You got on the dean's list, kid. Be proud of yourself. All of this has just motivated me to, just continue to do better. Hopefully my little journey, my little story helps you to continue to do better, and let you know that, like, if I was able to get my associate's degree starting off with like a 1.57 GPA to now being on a dean's list finally, I think anybody can do it. And I'm just going to keep on pressing on and being focused and not letting anything distract me. Shoot, I distract my own self, but I didn't even distract myself. And I'm so proud of myself. And I'm proud of everybody out there that's just working hard to get to their goals. Keep up the good work. Hopefully my little story to how I got to where I'm at right now helps you. And I will see you guys next week with another video. All right? Bye.